The intelligence of Modi's fans has always been concerning. They often leave bizarre questions in my comment section, some even writing lengthy rants accusing me of fabricating stories. I'm usually too lazy to respond, as explaining to a fool is a waste of time. But sometimes, seeing their painstakingly typed paragraphs, I feel a bit sorry for them. I think it's necessary to salvage their intellect and give them a basic understanding of the world, as a form of charity. In this long text, an Indian netizen expressed the view that there is no evidence proving Taiwan's media mocked India. Like other Bharat Empire netizens, they often claim India and Taiwan are united against mainland China, as if Taiwan is their democratic ally, like the Quad. In fact, I've pointed out in previous videos that the US repeatedly humiliates India, treating it as a guard dog. In the Quad, the US is the master, Australia the butler, Japan the servant, and India the guard dog. Paki Sharma recently criticized the US multiple times, even mocking US fighter jet crashes, because US media repeatedly exposed the Modi government's fabricated battle records to cover up defeat. As a fellow servant of the US, Taiwan's government status is clearly lower than Japan's, more like a slave. But slaves are still human, and Taiwan's media's contempt for India is ingrained. Indians' fantasy of friendship with Taiwan is merely wishful thinking. Looking at my YouTube sidebar's recommended videos, several are India-related. The first discusses China Central Television exposing India-Pakistan air combat footage, mocking Modi's self-entertainment. The fourth mocks the filthy Ganges River water, yet India exports food, and ridicules Modi deploying a domestic aircraft carrier for redemption. The fifth reports on protests in South Tibet, India's so-called Arunachal Pradesh, demanding a return to China. The last video mocks India's inability to control South Tibet, with China ready to deal with India anytime. Of course, Taiwan has pro-unification blue camp media and pro-independence green camp media, with vastly different stances on mainland China. But their attitude toward India is strikingly consistent. Relentless mockery. Take the blue camp's CCTV News, reporting India's attempt to dismantle a Chinese tunnel-boring machine to counter the mainland, only to fail at reassembling it. The video, filled with teasing and mockery, exposed India's weak industrial capacity. Then, the Green Camp's top traffic program Critical Moment reported France's reluctance to let India use Rafale jets in air combat again to avoid further reputational damage. Similarly, Green Camp's FTV reported J-10 jets turning Rafale into scrap, at a quarter of Rafale's price. Searching for India-Pakistan air combat in Chinese yields countless Taiwan media reports, with mockery far exceeding that of mainland China. After all, China's official mainstream media rarely mock India, focusing more on competition between China and the US, with only niche programs discussing India. Beyond television, Taiwan's self-media also relentlessly mocks India. Crazy James 787 became a famous YouTuber for ridiculing India's garbage-strewn streets, people defecating publicly, and cities reeking of stench. In mainland China, such racially biased streamers would face some restrictions. But through YouTube, he gained fame in both Taiwan and the mainland. If Indians search online diligently, they'll find many Taiwanese views on Indians, focusing on filth, poor hygiene, body odor, disregard for public rules, and lack of integrity, almost entirely negative labels. Chinese people across the Taiwan Strait may disagree on unification, but their view of India is no different. For Taiwanese, their future has two paths: follow the world's top superpower, the US, or join the second, soon-to-be top, superpower, China. Their biggest concern is avoiding war and achieving a peaceful transition. Either way, they have no interest in allying with India. I've said multiple times, a beggar entering the tycoon club can only be a doorman at best. Dreaming of befriending tycoons is delusional.